What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon. Oh, wait, hold on. That's wrong channel. Hold on. In 2015, a startling discovery was made in this off-limits. Hold on, this sounds familiar. Shit, wrong channel again. God, this video is sponsored by Squarespace. Shit, no, it's not. It's actually not. No, I'm not British. Where the fuck did that come from? Jared Pullen, Fro knows. Wait a fuck. Wrong video again. Actually, close enough. Hey y'all, I'm Jared Lees and welcome to today's video. All right, let's get serious now, y'all. In today's video, I'm gonna hit you up with some tips and techniques that I've been learning over the last couple months. You might notice if you have watched any of my videos recently or remember them from back like last year when I made maybe the last one, you might notice that the space looks a little different. And not to go too much into my personal life, but I am in the middle of getting divorced and I'm separated from my wife and I've been living in an apartment for the last few months until I get things sorted out. It's all good. No need to apologize or say you're sorry to hear that or whatever, you know. But lots going on and that's why I haven't made any videos. But I have been shooting. I've been shooting a lot. I have been using my small little 2-bedroom apartment. It's actually a fairly decent sized 2-bedroom apartment. But I've been setting up a studio here and it's been a lot of fun. I've actually had a lot of really cool shoots and done a lot of really cool work that I'm proud of. And I thought I would share some of the tips that I've learned along the way to make it so that you guys could do this. And yeah, so we'll talk about tips for the space. We'll talk about tips for working with the models, all sorts of fun things. Lighting, gear that I use. We'll get into all of that. All right, y'all. Tip number 1, it goes without saying. Especially if you're a dude. Don't be a creep. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a perv. None of that shit. If you're gonna invite models to your house, you need to make sure that they feel safe and heard and valued and seen and appreciated, and that is first and foremost. I've heard too many horror stories and it's not okay. Don't be that person. You know, allow them to bring a friend. If you're gonna do any filming, whenever I film, you know, it's always with the model's permission, and that is important. If they don't give you their permission to film, then don't film. I will say that a lot of them appreciate it, especially if you're going to make some reels or some content that they can use. That's really helpful, you know, and beneficial. And as a photographer in 2026, you should be learning about doing some video stuff and making some reels and things like that. It's really helpful and valued by your customers. The other things that you can do to make people feel comfortable at home is, you know, have your bathroom clean and ready to go. Allow them to use it, allow them to change in there, use the mirrors, whatever, you know. Keep refreshments on hand. I always like to keep some chocolate around. Even when I'm not having models over, I like to keep some chocolate around because it's delicious. But it's nice to have little snacks or, you know, fun. Have some music they can play. If you have like a Bluetooth speaker that they can connect their phone to, I think that's always helpful, so they can listen to the music that makes them feel good. But yeah, just go out of your way to make things feel especially safe. Like I said, especially I found helpful is allowing them or encouraging them even to bring a friend so that they can feel comfortable. So start there. So we're working with a small space and we want to be able to do a variety of things. So it's helpful, one, to decorate your space in a way that you can use it for other things. I've used this couch for a few shots and I'll show you some of those here. I did not get any behind the scenes footage from that shoot, but I will show you some of the shots. They were with my friend Awa, and that was a really fun shoot. She was here for like maybe 90 minutes, and we knocked out so many cool photos, and I was really happy with that shoot. But the other thing that I've been doing is I painted this really cool backdrop, and we're gonna move the camera so you can see that. All right, y'all, and so my next tip here is having some backdrops as options. This is one that I've got set up right now for today's shoot. It's one that I painted. I just used a drop cloth from the hardware store, and I got a couple rollers and I just painted it. I also got some putty for filling in holes in walls and stuff like that, that I kind of textured it with a little bit, tried to make it look like an old wall. But you can have options with this. These don't take up a lot of space. I just roll it up, push it under a bed or in a closet. I've got a roll of white paper that I've been using quite a bit lately, and I've got another one of these that I painted that's more like a bluish color, but honestly I haven't used it that much. It's a little smaller, and honestly usually this one's a light enough color that if I use some colored gels I can create some pretty cool effects with that. So I'll show you some of those, some examples from those different backdrops, and you can kind of get an idea of what you like from there. But I think, you know, you can buy them too. They're just expensive, which is why I made my own. But getting some kind of nice textured backdrop really helps. And the hand-painted ones I think look cooler than the little decorated soft things that you need to, I don't know. Anyway. Y'all, my next tip is to have options for lighting. I have a big east-facing window, nothing special, but it helps and it does a good job. You get nice, soft, even diffused light in here. That's kind of your easiest solution, but I always recommend having some strobes or some constant lights that you can use. I've got a 24-inch Octabox that I use in here quite a bit. And I think I have like a 36-inch umbrella. I don't remember what the size is exactly, but being able to manipulate light in a small space like this is really useful. And it takes a little bit of practice and some playing around. Definitely, if you've got the option to use a modeling lamp, use that. But I really think people should, if you're gonna do portraits, learn how to manipulate light and create your own light so that you can create more depth in your photos. Just helps you be more well-rounded. All right, so you're in your home studio and you're not just a headshot photographer. You want to have some options, but your space is limited. You know, the obvious way to get around that is to have some different focal lengths, whether you're using a zoom lens or prime lenses. For me, I'm mostly shooting with my 50 because that's my favorite focal length, and it's just what I'm used to using. But I also have been using a 35 a lot for full body shots, and then also a 75mm lens for headshots. And I think it's just helpful to kind of give you a different perspective, a different look. But yeah, experiment. Even when you're using a small backdrop, you can still do some really cool stuff and some really interesting compositions. So mess around with it. If your model has a pose that they like, try using that pose, but with different focal lengths and from different perspectives. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. I hope it was helpful. If you've got any tips or techniques for shooting in small spaces, I'd love to hear them. Comment below, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It helps. I'm planning on doing this more consistently now. At least once a month is my plan. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.